Right, so let's get into it, shall we? Welcome in, and as promised, I've got a video on the new items I've bought for my pen collection. I'd had a little bit of a haul from Amazon, and you know me, I don't really go for expensive pens. I tend to stick to the budget side of things. So we've got a couple of new budget pens, and also some inks, and also a surprise item as well. So stick around and find out what I bought from Amazon, and we're going to reveal today. So first of all, let's take a look at the pens. So we have 3 packages. So this is a Hongdian package, and this is a Jinhao package. So first of all, we have some nice sort of a silver box from Hongdian. It's quite nice. We're going to open the box up, and there you go. You end up with a little silver case, which looks quite nice. The Jinhao is a little bit disappointed. I have removed some of the sellotape, but this was sellotaped all the way around it. It was not just on this back bit, it was all the way around here, all the way around here. But I thought I'd remove a little bit of the sellotape so it's easier to get into it. Nice scrunchy polythene. Oh, let's get rid of that. So there we go. That's how they come. And yeah, I think the packaging, the Hongdian packaging wins every time. It's still quite cheap. You open it up. Oh, the actual box is a little bit broken. There we go. So that's what you get in the box. The pen. You also get a tool, a little wrench to help undo things. That also comes in a funny plastic bag. Right, we'll get rid of that to the back. The tool is probably stainless steel. Yeah, looks like it. So yeah, it's got a little wrench symbol on there. I don't know if you can see that. Little wrench symbol. Just that. Put that to one side as well. Right, so the pens, let's get them out. So first of all, we'll get the Jinhao out, put that to one side. Oh! And there we go. That's the look of the Jinhao 9019. Very big pen, very big pen. I've got quite small hands, considering, but this is a huge pen. This is bigger than the, let me just get the, so this is the X159, and that's how it compares. This is like your Mont Blanc 149 replica, pretty much. But this is a lot bigger. I don't know if you can see that on the camera. A lot fatter. It feels longer, but they're about the same. Actually, I'd say the X159 is probably a little bit longer. Both in the same colour, in this black, which I really like. I really like that. So the X159 has the same number 8 medium nib. Well, we're not looking at that anyway. That's my old pen. We're looking at the 9019. So this, as I said before, this has a number 8. Where are you? Just here. This has a number 8 medium nib, and yeah, it's a very nice nib. I've written with this quite a lot in the 159. It's a beautiful nib, very, very smooth, and posted. Very big pen. I mean, this to me feels a little bit weighted then. I think I'd probably use this unposted. Right, let's see what the Hongdian D1 is like. So this is a Hongdian D1, and this is a piston. And this is the first piston pen I've got. That's unposted, feels quite nice. Posted, it does post. Again, it feels a little bit weighty. This is all metal. This is, they call it skeleton because you can see through it. It's like a resin below it, so you can see right into the area where you're going to fill it with ink. But yeah, it's a skeleton form. Posts well, about 1.5 turns. 1, 2, yeah, about 1.5 turns to undo. Wow, that is like 3 turns to undo the Hongdian, the Jinhao. Nearly 4, about 3.5 turns to undo it. So yeah, there we go. So there's the 2 pens, just there. Quite nice. The nib on the Hongdian, if you can see it, is a very, very nice steel nib. I think it's a steel nib. Let me just check. I've got a feeling it's an iridium. Yeah, it is. It's not a steel. It's a iridium. A 0.6 millimeter iridium fine nib. Okay. So let's do a breakdown. So first of all, let's break down. There's not a lot we can break down with the Hongdian, the D1, because the D1 is a piston fill. So all you'd do is you'd just literally undo it like that, and then to fill it, you'd just turn the back end, and it would suck the ink up into it. There's not a huge amount of ink storage. I think it's between my 2 fingers. That's the ink storage. Some pens, when they're vacuum filling, they'll go all the way up to the top. So yeah, this is probably going to hold a decent amount, probably a bit more than your normal converter. But that's pretty much it. I'm not going to get the wrench out and take it all apart. I don't think I need to at this precise moment in time. I'm guessing that the wrench would allow you to remove this so that you can pull out the piston and then clean it, put some water through it, and if you get a bit of a dry pen. But we'll see how we go with this. So that's the Hongdian D1. The Jinhao 9019, in another hand, is you can take this apart. This is a cartridge, or this huge converter. This is probably the biggest converter I've ever seen on a pen. It's massive. There's a lot of ink you can get into this pen. One thing I have realised though is it can be a bit rattly. When this is not up to the top like that, let me just... Actually, it's probably sorted itself out. Yes, it is a bit rattly. So if I put the back on, I don't know when you can hear it, but yeah, it does rattle a little bit. But that's only when the piston is down. Once the piston's up, once the converter is screwed up, the rattling is slightly less. There is still a bit of a rattle. I think this is down to the converter. The converter's a little bit on the flaky side, but we'll fill it and see how it is. Another thing with this converter is it's a screw, so don't try and pull it out. You have to screw it in and out. There we go. I'm not sure what sort of fitment that is. I think on most of these they're like a Chinese fitment. I'm not sure if you can actually get a cartridge that fits this. It's huge. It's massive. So screw it back in. I think this is the only way to fill it, is with this converter. Very good. Right. So overall look and feel, the Hongdian is super heavy, and I think it's going to take a while for me to get used to this because it's full on metal. It's this skeleton look. You can see right the way through it, which is really cool. But it's quite heavy metal pieces, and I do love the way that this opens up one half. It's almost like 1 1/4 turns. That's it. You can almost, if you spin it, it's open straight away. Whereas the Jinhao, I'm sort of a bit disappointed with how much you have to screw it around to basically get it open. So the other thing in this haul is ink. So first of all, we have a box of Hongdian brown ink. I have opened it already. And this comes in quite a nice little ivory box. There we go. So yeah, Hongdian brown non-carbon ink, and this is 60 milliliters of it. This is pretty good, isn't it? Nice little bottle. Right, let's just do a quick test swab with this. I've only got this little screwdriver, so I'm going to try with the screwdriver if I can open it. There we go. It's got like a little rubber seal on the top. Right, let's dip it in the ink. See if I can get a little bit of a... There we go, that's quite nice, isn't it? So that is a brown ink. There we go, so it's a brown sort of sepia look. Good stuff, we'll wipe that off. And the other ink we got was the Pelikan 401 Blue Black. I've mentioned about Blue Black in a previous video, my blue and black pen video. And look at that, that's very cute. Quite a cute little bottle, isn't it? Nice little shoulders on the bottle. You can see almost the colour through the glass. But we're doing a little swab of this. Ooh, there we go. It's very much more blue than black, I would say. But very good, very good. There's two colours I don't have at the moment. So I think we're going to put the blue-black into the Hongdian D1. I think that's going to look nice through the window just there. And we'll do the Jinhao 9019 in brown, which I think will go really well with this nib and this pen, because it gives a few different sort of thicknesses and things like that from pressure down. And I think it's going to be really, really nice. Right, as with all pens, we do need to do a bit of a clean before we do anything in regards to filling. So we're going to do the Jinhao first, and this is going to be with the brown. First of all, we're going to see what is in this pen, because normally when they test these pens, they'll be blue. So let's have a look. Is there blue? Yes, there we go. They normally will put a little bit of blue ink in this because they need to test the nib. So they normally test it with a bit of blue ink. Pen, there we go. And look at that. Look how much blue is in there. That's ridiculous, isn't it? How much blue ink actually ends up in these pens is crazy. Have a bit of a dry off. Okay, plunger is down. We're going to go for the brown. Just check to see where the level is. Okay, it's just there. Okay, we are getting a bit of suction on there. That is huge. Look at that. That converter is huge. So that's filled with brown, and we'll come back to that in a little while for a test. Okay, so we've got some clean water. This is the Hongdian D1 skeleton, I call it. And we're going to see if this has got any blue ink in it. I'm guessing it probably has. Oh, now that is strange. That felt more like a reddish sort of colour of ink. Is that pulling? Yes, it is. There's like a very sort of reddy sort of tint to this water. You probably can't see it. It's very, very fine. But yeah, that's a real surprise. Normally, it's blue ink they test pens with. This has been tested with a completely different colour. It's like more of a pink or red. Right, let's get some ink in this thing. And we're going for the Pelikan 4001 Blue Black or Blau Schwarze. Right, so in we go with the pen. we go. There we go. Filled first time. I might just pop it down again. I always tend to do this with pens. I tend to go a couple of times just to make sure that the as much ink as possible is being fed up into the cartridge, or area of ink should I say. Right, so that's all in. Good. Let's cap that. We'll come back for a test in a second. Okay, so that's the two inks, and those are going back on the shelf. Right, we're going to do the writing test. And we'll start with the Jinhao, which is just here. Now, let's see if it still works. I'm just going to give it a quick, normally what I do is with my finger, like that, I just give it a tap, just to make the ink get a bit of gravity feed on it. There we go. And let's see if it starts writing. So this is a oh nice. How? 9019. It's a number 8 nib. It's a medium nib. This is very nice. Inked in Hongdian brown. Very nice. Let's do some lines at the top here. So thinner lines, thicker lines. Oh yeah, that does bring in the thicker lines quite well. Do some S's. Lovely. Hashes. Very nice. It's a very smooth writer, that is. Very impressed. I don't actually mind it posted, actually. I thought it was going to be a little bit overweighted posted, but it seems okay. So now we have the Hongdian. Now the only other Hongdian I've got is the Hongdian M2, and they do tend to have a good sort of material feel to them, and they're always very, very well built. They have the, like, I don't know whether that's like a couple of little cats. I don't know what the actual emblem is in the top. They seem to have different emblems for different pens in the top. But yeah, so this is the skeleton, which is quite cool. I like that. And this is more of an EDC pen. This everyday carry. It's tiny, and it doesn't really. It's not really anything like this pen at all. So we're going to post it like we posted the other. Very heavy in the hand. Okay. So this is the Hong... Oh, I didn't do the taps, did I? Let's do the tap, shall we? There we go. I think that's pretty much it. So let's do it a bit further down. Hongdian D1 piston, and this is a hollow skeleton. Okay, there's a bit more flow to this. It's a little scratchy. The nib is a 0.6 millimeter iridium. Fine nib. Okay, and this is using Pelikan. 4001. Blue, black. it is quite nice. It's now I'm writing with it. It does give that sort of really, really dark sort of blue, almost black. You can't quite tell what colour it is on the page. And let's do some tests with it. So let's do some lines first of all. Fine lines. Oh wow, this is flexy. Yeah, this nib's quite flexy. It's quite strange because the nib's not really that shallow on the edges, but it does have a good flex to it, which is strange. Okay, let's do some S's. Nice. Very good. Not too bad. Not bad at all. Very nice. I've got these pens, and if I do this and then open the page back up, you get bits of ink where the ink hasn't quite dried. So I thought I'd buy myself a blotter, and this one, which is on Amazon at the moment, is only $8.99. I thought that's not too bad. I think I actually paid less for it because it was on like a Prime Day or something like that. So I just thought, yeah, not bad, is it? It looks pretty good. That's going to be, you know, a nice little handle in the palm of your hand. But yeah, so I thought, yeah, let's grab that. But I was surprised when it came. And this is it. This is the tiny little wooden rocker blotter. I haven't opened it yet. This is how it comes. It just comes in a little plastic package. I didn't go through the images on the actual. Oh, I didn't go through the images on Amazon. I just thought to myself, this is going to be huge. It's going to be about the size of my hand. But yeah, it's tiny. So look how small that is in the hand. It's ridiculous. And some of the pictures on the Amazon listing just make it look huge. It makes it look massive because they've superimposed it, but they've gone really close into it and then used like somebody's hand in the distance or a pen or some sort of thing in the distance to make it look big. But yeah, it's quite comical. So let's see if it works, shall we? Let's use the brown. The brown seems to be quite wet on the Jinhao, shall we? So let's do some S's first of all. Okay, and then the blotter. Yeah, works. Does the job. But it's tiny. So yeah, it's tiny. We'll do that hello. Yeah, it'll do sort of small bits of text. But if you do a whole line of text, I think it will be a bit of a bore trying to just do 1 line, 2 line, and you're going to smudge it more than anything. So anyway, in future, read the whole description of what you're buying on Amazon, because it could end up being something which is like 1.5 inches long, like this. But yeah, I'll probably put it on the shelf and never use it because it is just so small. Anyway, there we go. So if you like this video, then please click on the like, subscribe to the channel, and leave me some comments as well, because it's really good to get some comments through and see what people think of these items which I've bought. Check out my other pen videos just here, and I'll see you in the next one.